going to talk about just a few resources that you'll be able to use in order to get you a little bit more aware of exactly what Ennealogy is, why we use it, and how it can assist you every single day in making decisions accurately. We have a saying that if you go with the current of the cosmos, then you don't have to engage your motor. This means that in many effects in life that we end up either trying to catch up or trying to slow down and just trying to keep pace. But if we're on the current, because we're going to eventually visit every place, it actually allows you to be able to really relax into yourself. I talk about when does the warrior take off their armor? When are they able to relax? This is the time when you're moving with the cosmos because everything is in balance. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a few resources that you'll be able to use in order to find information on Ennealogy and do a deep dive for yourself when you get the opportunity. First, I'll make mention of on the Secret Energy website, which you should be seeing on your screen right now. This is www.secretenergy.com. You only need to navigate here to the right menu. And when you click on the right menu, you can come down to this setting here that is called Cosmic Energy. When you click on that setting, you'll then be navigated to this page. And this page is actually designed to give you information every single day of the week of the energy that's coming through, the colors that are associated with that energy, and many specifics. So for instance, if I tap here on Sunday, which is the Ennealogy number 1, we find the colors related to Sunday, the elements related to Sunday, the herbs, the plants, the chakras, and many other itemizations are what we call resonances. The reason why this is so important is because if you're aligning yourself with the energy of the day, then nothing can really stop you. And this also allows you to begin to coordinate your days with cosmic energy. So that way you actually visit your whole body. You actually visit every aspect of your consciousness. And this helps in staying balanced. Our body is full of numerous amounts of organisms that all need our attention. We call it the personal kingdom. And whatever you do in your personal kingdom, if you're a good ruler, if you're a good judge, if you're a very good ally and parent, etc., to your body, then you will inherit that externally. I also credit the number one reason why most people are experiencing such trauma in the reality right now is because they've let go of themselves and they've gone into paying attention to things externally, which actually projects what is an illusion. When you try to change things from the outside versus trying to change them within, then you actually never get any results if you're just doing that from the outside. So we always encourage a person to go inward, learn these amazing things about yourself, and then you'll come into a greater level of alignment. So you can always follow these links here every single day if you wish. In order to actually jump into this, Secret Energy also does have a chat. And in that chat, we actually share this information generally every day. So if someone can drop the link for the Secret Energy Telegram chat, which we've moved out of Discord, then you can actually join everyone there. That's also just a part of the tribe that is in Secret Energy. Also, you have another resource here at Ennealogy.com. And Ennealogy.com is where we are parking a great deal of the information that we've acquired in relation to Ennealogy here. And so you have an opportunity to go to the site and actually learn a bit more. This is like our splash page and gives you more awareness about what Ennealogy is. Also, each person has their own respective path, so you can determine your path, as we'll talk about today, by adding up the numbers of the days that you were born on, and then simplifying that number in order to know your path. So in this instance, I was born on the 22nd, so that means that my number would be 2 plus 2, which is 4. It's already simplified for me. If I was born on the 19th, my number would be 1 plus 9, which is 10, and then to simplify it, I would say 1 plus 0 is 1. And this actually does the trick. It actually really allows us to be able to dial in. It seems that the cosmos has always been into alignment with the days of the week and what is projecting through this lens of Earth. And so when you know your number, you also get a chance to know your path. Now, how we also do this in relation to answering questions is there's a lot of questions. We all have questions on the quest, as I always say. However, it helps when someone answers that question more specifically. We're all unique, and so the closest we can get to a unique solution for how we're experiencing the situation, the better. I will also say that this is also why Ennealogy is so imperative to use in these times because there's a plethora of information. I say that it's virtually an information deluge. And because of that, you can get drowned in information and not really know what applies to you, what doesn't apply to you, what you should be doing now, what you should follow. And it is that confusion that we find generally the spiritual dogmatic world in right now. So, to clarify yourself from that confusion, it's better to actually begin to learn specific things, mainly about yourself, and then use that template in order to understand others. So, once you understand yourself, then you'll actually be able to understand others that are around you and actually form a real bond in communication. Lastly, I also want to give some big thanks out to Laura Fandino and also Kayla. These are two beautiful sisters that took in to themselves the opportunity last week, beginning last week, to start to make notations of what is talked about here while we're answering questions. I hope that the Key Makers is a long running series. And so in that time, we're going to give many solutions to problems that many of the beings that are with us are experiencing. But it's not just enough to keep that information on an audio track somewhere, especially if that audio is 2 hours long. And so we've made an additional effort and actually place this information in a specific place in help docs. And hopefully in the future, it becomes so large, it becomes the extreme assistance for those who actually have specific questions and don't have time to go through all of the videos and actually figure out where those questions have been answered, even though you can also use real search to search through our videos. But I'll get into that another time. If you actually are looking for the support docs, you would actually go to support.secretenergy.com. Again, I'll take a moment. That is support.secretenergy.com, and it'll actually pull up our entire help doc section. Here, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see before Hydrolux, actually not to the bottom, somewhere in the center, you'll see the Ennealogy knowledge base. So when you click on the Ennealogy knowledge base, you will then get the questions that were asked. Here we populated last show's questions. Again, thanks, Laura, and thanks, Kayla. And we've placed these questions here under the specific path. We also don't think we made a numerical mistake when we order these. It says 1, 2, 9. And again, this is really dialing you into the exact numeric sequence of the energy. It doesn't go 1, 2, 3. But if you don't know what that means, I'm not going to elaborate on it right now. You have Ennealogy to study for yourself and figure more out about it. And if you need some assistance, at the stage that we're at now, we are doing a big deep dive into Ennealogy in our group. And so you can always go to the website. You can always go to the right menu, or excuse me, the left menu in this case, and you would go to courses. And inside of courses, you'll actually find ambassador training. And when you enroll into ambassador training with all the ambassadors, we're actually doing a deep dive into Ennealogy, where each of us are a reflection of these numbers. This is also why you'll see numbers under our names from time to time inside of groups and things. And this is because we've made a special effort with each other to become what we feel are the mirrors of each other, but at a different angle. So if I know a person is a 4, if I know they're a 7, etc., then I'll work in learning more about myself and learning more about them to communicate with them in the time and the form and the fashion in which they like to be communicated to. So if you want to get into a deeper dive with learning how to communicate with others through Ennealogy, you would actually enroll in Sovereignty Mentorship, which is here on the left. Also, if you're dealing with a financial situation at this moment and you just want to taste into sovereignty and what we've created, you can actually join specialist training absolutely free here. And it will give you the beginning of how we came about into realizing that we needed to embark on this Sovereignty 2020 together. And this is already, I believe, 2 years and some change in running. And it's been an amazing adventure. We even got together last Friday and, well, I guess that's 2 days ago, and had another powerful insight. So always stuff happening inside of ambassador training. If you have the opportunity, we welcome you in joining.